If someone says, just give me a glass of white wine, and it doesn't really seem like they care about what they're drinking, I'm probably gonna get them a glass of Pinot Gris. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Libations Academy, and today we're continuing our Wine 101 series with Pinot Gris. If this is your first time with me and you like learning about wine, beer, cocktails, and other fun things in life, make sure to hit that subscribe button because that's exactly what we do here on the Libations Academy channel. All right, so let's get one thing straight here right off the bat. Pinot Gris and Pinot Grigio are the exact same grape. The Italians just happen to call it Pinot Grigio, and the rest of the world calls it Pinot Gris. Now here in the States, a lot of us have just known it as Pinot Grigio because we see so many Italian versions of the grape exported into our country. Let's just appreciate Pinot Grigio for what it is. There's a lot of different interpretations of Pinot Grigio out there, but for the most part, it's just a very simple, straightforward, easy drinking white wine. And that's why when someone doesn't really know much about wine and they don't really care about wine too much and they're like, I just want a glass of white wine, I'm giving them Pinot Grigio. That being said, there's a lot of different styles of Pinot Grigio made out there, so you can smell a lot of different things depending on the style that you have. So typical aromas and flavors we'll get in Pinot Grigio include apple pear, apricot, peach, lemon, lime, and then sometimes a floral or honeysuckle note, which can be really pretty. And then something that I just kind of discovered in Pinot Grigio is a bready, yeasty beer kind of note. So I already mentioned that Pinot Grigio comes from Italy, and this is where you're gonna get a lot of those straightforward, light-bodied, fruity styles of wine. And the regions famous for Pinot Grigio in Italy are Trentino Alto Adige, Veneto, and Friuli Venezia Giulia. Now, when you head on over into France, you're gonna get a completely different style of Pinot Gris. Now, the region most famous for Pinot Gris in France is Alsace. I love Alsace, and the Pinot Gris from there are usually a little bit more fuller in body, a little oily in texture, and have a lot more riper fruit flavors. You're usually gonna get a little bit more aromatics in these wines as well. And for that reason, they can pair well with a little bit heavier dishes than maybe our Pinot Grigio counterparts from Italy will do. Moving into the New World, Oregon is known for Pinot Gris. I know that they've made Pinot Noir their signature grape, but on the white side, they're really well known for Pinot Gris, and they're gonna be a little bit more fuller bodied and kind of like Alsace in character. And then if you go to California, you'll see a lot of different pockets of places that will grow Pinot Gris as well, and they'll call it Pinot Gris or Pinot Grigio here. And then if you look really hard, you might be able to find a Grauburgunder from Germany. That is what they call Pinot Gris over there. So pairing Pinot Grigio with food, it really depends on the style you have. Obviously, a dry wine is gonna be completely different than a sweet wine and act differently, but I really like Pinot Grigios that are light in style with lighter foods, particularly seafood and shellfish, and then really, really light interpretations of pasta, super good. And then, like I mentioned, if you have a fuller bodied Pinot Gris, maybe something from Willamette or from Alsace, then you can pair it with a little bit heavier of dishes, maybe some heavier pasta dishes or heavier fish dishes, or just things that, other wines might overpower. So just appreciate this wine for what it is. I mean, I've had some fantastic examples of Pinot Gris out there, and then I can really appreciate the light and simple versions as well, because sometimes that's all the occasion that I'm drinking calls for, right? If you haven't checked out the other videos in my Wine 101 series, I'll put the link for that playlist in the description box below. Make sure to hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Cheers.